Shalom, Israel. To Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge, Preaching Officer 5000 Zarat. I'm going to go ahead and get started with the Sabbath service here in Detroit. Let's go ahead and begin. Majim, which means to stand. Upon go dumb, sluggy. La Yasha Allah, which means to Israel. Upon go down, which means to face the east. The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakuka, Taba'a, Ratazah, Kahaya, Asha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemayim, Nathalanawa, Lakam, Kal Yawam, Wasalatanawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'a, Tabia'anawa, Banasanawana, Bo, Hawashanawa, Mayan, Rak, Kayalaka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata Aparat, La Awalamyam, Aman. Lord's Prayer in the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Akash the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kushah, Nathalanawa, Hakach, Lapa, Kalmakala, Wakalmanawat, Hakach, Latahar, Hamatazarian, Hakach, Lakwayam, Hamatium, Hakach, Harakawat, Hadama'ala, Nagar Shun, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the water Aman. Akash the power in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, Yahushua, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Alahayam, Matazabya, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapyam, Hasaranyam, Ha Kwarazanyam, Ha Kakayam, wa Akwatyan, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Wadaman. Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushua, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121, in the Hebrew, Asha'a, Ayanya, Al-Haharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Azariah, Ma'an, Yahweh, Asha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regaka, Yanawam, Shemaka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayasham, Shawama, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemaka, Yahweh, Tazaka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ayakaka, Wayarak, Bayayala, Yahweh, Yashemaka, Makara, Yashema, Abnapashka, Yahweh, Yashema, Taza'athka, Wabawa'athka, Ma'athai, Wa'aid Awalam. Psalms 121 in the English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth, and even forevermore. Psalms 83, in the Hebrew, Alahayim, Al-Damayalaka, Al-Takarash, Wa-Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabyaka, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, Al-Imika, Ya Iram Yamwa Sawada, where ya Thaya Atazawa, Altaza Pawanyaka, Amara, Lakawa, Unakaki, the Magaya, Wala Yazaka, Shamya Sha'ala, Awada Kaya, Nawa Tazwa Laba, Yakadwa Ayaka, Bayat, Yakarat wa Alahaya, Arawan, Waya Shemai, Alahayam, Mawa Abba, Wahagayam, Gabar, Ara. It's like Gabar, wa Amawan, wa Amalak, Palashat, Am Yashabia, Tazawar, Yam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zawawa, Labanya Lawa, Salah Asha, Laham, Kamadian, Kasayasara, Kayabian, Banakar, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadayatmawa, Ka'ira, Wakaza Abba, Wakaza Bak, Wakatazar, Mana Ai, Kal Nasiya Kamwa, Ashar, Amara, Narasha, Lanawa, Naawa, Alahayam, Shayatamwa, Kagagula, Kakwash, Lapayarawa Ka'ash, Daba Ira Ya Ira, Wakalahabat, Alahat, Haryam, Kantar Datma, Basa Irika, Wabasa, Wapaka, Daba Halam, Mala'a, Paniham, Kwalawan, Wabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wabahawa, Ida Ai, Wakapara, Waya Abadwa, Waya Daadwa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahawa, Labatka, Ayawan, Alkaha Rataza. Psalms 83 in the English. I will keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more in remembrance. That they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarims, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assure also are joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Japheth, at the brook of Kizon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a web, and like Zeb, yea, all their princes as Zebah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burning wood, and as the flame set of the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, and fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded, in trouble forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right. Sa, Yeshabia, which means to be seated. All right, Most High in Christ, we're going to go ahead and get started. Bear with me 1 second, Salaki. All right, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to get started. We're going to get started at Genesis, the 49th chapter, verse 8. We're going to go all the way to 14, all right? Let's go ahead and get started. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49, and verse 8 in the Hebrew. Yahawadah, Athah, Yawadak, Akyawak, Yadak, Ba'arai, Birapah, Ayabyak, Yashak, Kawa, Laka, Banya, Abyawak, verse 9. Gawar, Arya, Yahawada, Matarap, Banya, Al-Yath, Karai, Barath, Ka'arat, Slakin, Karaya, Wakalabaya, Maya, Yakwaya, Manwa, verse 10, La'ah, Yawasar, Shabbat, Mayahawadia, Wamkakwaka, Mabayan, Regalia Wa, Id, Kaya, Yaba, Shayallah, Wala'ah, Wakwahaya, Anyam, verse 11. Asariah, Lagapan, Ayara, Lawashara, Salagi, Wala, Sharakwa, Banya, Atanwa, Kabas, Bayanyan, Labashwa, Wabadam, Anabayam, Sawathia, verse 12. Kakal, Yalaya, Ayanyam, Bayanyam, Mayanyam, Walaban, Shanayam, Makala, Zabwalan, Lakwapa, Yum Yum, Yashakan, Wahawaya, Laka, Wapa, Anyawa, Wayarak, Tawa, Al, Taza Yadan, verse 14. Yasha Shakar, Kamar, Garama, Rabataza, Bayan, Hamshapathium, verse 15. Wayara, Manakaka, Kaya, Tawab, Wa'at, Harataza, Kaya, Na'anya, Wayatat, Shakamwa, Lasabar, Waya, Haya, Lamas, Ibabya, And that's up to verse, so like I went over, but that's up to verse 16. So let's go ahead and get this all in English. This is the book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 8 in English. Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. So this right here is the future prophecy of Judah. Who is Judah? Judah is the so-called Negroes today in America. That's who Judah is. So-called African Americans, the ones who was shipped over here in slavery in America, who did slavery down there down south and just get mistreated all day long, man. This right here is just talking about the future prophecies of Judah. So it says, Judah, thou art him, it's like it, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. His brethren is going to look up to him. Everybody look up to the Judites. You get what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to everything, just think about it. Look at America, for instance. Look who's always on top of every single sport in America. You look at basketball, everybody paying attention to the Judites. The Judite brothers are highly talented. They highly favored. Look at LeBron James. Look at Shaq. Look at Kobe. You see what I'm saying? Look at Muhammad Ali. Look at Mike Tyson. Look at all of the Judites, man, that sticks out. Lil Wayne, Michael Jackson, all these talented cats, they were all Judites and they was big in this earth. I'm just telling you for modern time's sake, so you can get where I'm coming from. Those people are Judites. That's who they come from. That is their lineage. Okay? And it says it right there, Judah, all his brothers gonna praise him. Brothers gonna look up to him. You know what I'm saying? And that happens. All right. It says, thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. You Judites always like to fight. You know what I'm saying? So their hands always in the neck of their enemies. All right. They always fighting. Okay. Thy father's children shall bow down to thee. Okay. Thy father's children is going to bow down to me. Bow down to thee. Right. This right here is speaking on the 12 tribes of Israel, that they are going to acknowledge the Judites and know that they are, you know what I mean, they are, like it said in the scriptures, his brethren is going to praise him. This right here shows you more context. Verse 9, Judah is a lion's whelp from the prey. My son, thou art going up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion and as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? Okay? So this right here is basically metaphorically speaking till we can rise up in power. How we can get up so high and we still can't help each other. We still can't help each other get out of this oppression or get out of this slavery, or, you know what I'm saying? I get more clarification, of course, but this right here is basically saying this right here. Like with Judah, we can get high seats in America. We can get the highest of the highest seats. Okay? And we still will not be able to help our people. You get what I'm saying? We still not going to be able to help ourselves as a whole nation and things of that matter. Okay? And it says, the scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be. This Shiloh is talking about is Christ. Christ comes out of the tribe of Judah. You see what I'm saying? And when Christ returns, that's how he's going to gather all his people. By Christ returning and waking up that lion. You know what I'm saying? Because Judah right now is like a lion's whelp, and he crouching as an old lion. Like an old lion don't get up or anything like that. It's lazy. You see what I'm saying? Who shall rouse him up? Who's going to really rouse him up is Christ. When Christ returned. And when Christ returned back on this earth, you're going to understand the power. You'll get the point then. All right. Let's go to 11. Binding his foal unto the vine and his ass colt unto the voice vine. He washed his garments in wine and his clothes in the blood of grapes. His eyes shall be red with wine and his teeth white with milk. All right, I'm gonna get more of a breakdown on that soon. Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. So Zebulun is, it's like Zebulun is the so-called Guatemalans today, right? And it says right here, shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and shall be for an haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. Verse 14, Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. Okay. And he saw the rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. So we're going to get into all of these things, because right here in Genesis, the 49th chapter, of course, this is explaining the 12 tribes of Israel, and it explains what their future is going to come in, how they're going to be in the future. All right, so we're going to get more into that next week. We'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and close out the Sabbath service. Imagine. La Yasha Allah. Yahweh Shimi Al Shabrak Yah. Panagodon, which means to face the east. Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemkaya, Hawah, Malakuka, Taba'ah. Atazai Kaya, Ashab, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayam, Nathalan, our Lakan, Kaya Wam, Basalatlan, our Kabawap now, Tasalak now, Kabawapi now, Wala'a, Tabi'a now, Banasan of one above, our Shah now, Mayan, Rakaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Waha'ala, Wata Parabla, our Lamyum, Aman, Lord's Prayer in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, that will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Catch the power. In the Hebrew, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Baba Kushah, Nathala Nawa, Hakach, La Pa'a, Kal Makala, Wakal Marawa, Hakach, La Tahar, Hamatazari, Hakach, La Hakwayam, Hamatiam, Hakach, Arakawa, Atama'ala, Lagar Shan, Ba'ashem Yahushua, the Wada Aman. Catch the power in the English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shah, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shah, thank you, so be it. Blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah, Wamayaka Allah, Wa Alahayam, Matazabya, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapyam, Asaranyam, Ha Quadazanyam, Ha Kakaryam, Wa Akwakyam, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, the water of mine. Blessings in the English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushua, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, thank you. So be it. Psalms 121. In the Hebrew, Asha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Hahariya, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azariah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Ashah, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Ayatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Ayanawam, Shamaka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemaka, Yahweh, Tazarka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Bayayella, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makara, Yashamar, Abnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Wabu'afka, Ma'athat, Wa'ai Awalam. Psalms 121. In English, I will lift up my eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. I get it. Psalms 83. In the Hebrew, Alahayim, Al-Damayalika, Al-Takarash, Al-Tashakwat, Al-Kayah, Hana, Awayabika, Yahamayawan, Ra'ash, Al-Imika, Ya'amim Yamwa, Sawadah, Wayataya Al-Tazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amaru, Lakawa, Wanakaki, the Magalia, Wala'ah, Yazikar, Sham Yasha'Allah, Awadah, Kayah, Nawa Tazawa, Labah, Yakadwa, Ayaka, Barya, Yakarakwa, Alahayim, Adawam, Wayashemai, Alahayim, Mawa'abu, Wahagariam, Gabal, Wa'amawan, Wa'amalak, Palashah, Am Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawala, Banyalawa, Salah, Ashah, Laham, Kamabian, Kasayasa Ra'ah, Kayabian, Banakar, Bayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayanda Ra'ah, Hayawa, Daman, La'adamu, Shayatamu, Nadayatmawa, Kaira, Wakaza'abu, Wakazabak, Wakatazar, Mana'ah, Kal Nasi Yakamwa, Ashar, Amaru, Nairashah, Nanawa, Na'awa, Alahayim, Shayatamu, Kagagula, Kakwash, Laparawaka, Ka'ash, Daba'ira Ya'ira, Wakalahaba, Dalahat, Haryam, Kantar Dabna, Basairika, Wabasa, Wapaka, Tabahalam, Mala'ah, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayabakwasha, Shamka, Yahweh, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ayai, Wayakapara, Wayabadwa, Wayadadwa, Kayata, Shamka, Yahweh, Labadka, Ayawan, Alkaha Rataza. Psalms 83 in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Yasha'Allah may be no more in remembrance. They have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabar, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Ashur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Japheth, at the brook of Kizon, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like a red, and like Zeb. Yea, all their princes as Zebah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burning wood, and as the flame set of the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm, and fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. All right, so. We'll go ahead, close out the Sabbath service. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Shimi Al Shah Brakatah, Yajmatah, dismiss.